Hello everyone, welcome to FPL Subs. Welcome to my new video. In today's video, we have the below topic to discuss. Wildcard. First, I will describe what is wildcard. And those who have seen my Game Week 2 video have already know a brief about the wildcard. I have given the video link in description. Wildcard is a very powerful chip in FPL world. With the help of this chip, one can make unlimited transfers in a single game week, for which the wildcard is selected. Second, let us check from where you can wildcard. It is available in the transfer screen, top right hand, as you see here. If you click it before making any transfer, it will get activated. Also, after making transfer, while confirming, you can click on activate wildcard and make transfers. Next important part is when you can activate the wildcard. As per the FPL rule, you can use the wildcard chip twice in a season. First wildcard is available from the game week 2 onward up to the last game week of the calendar year. And the second wildcard can be used after that up to the last game week of the season. Now, I will discuss why do you need a wildcard. The main reason is the structure and formation of your team. If you want to distribute money on different positions and it is not possible with the usual one free transfer each week, then you need many more transfer to do the changes. And wildcard helps you massively in those cases. Another good reason to wildcard is the form and performance of your team. If you are not at all happy with the points returned from the players, then you can simply transfer them to an informed player. An unlimited transfer gives you an edge over the other players in the game. Finally comes the most important part. How do you use the wildcard? Without wasting any time, it is obvious to use wildcard wisely and it is very powerful chip in the game. Tactically, you can use it when a set of players in your team have difficult fixtures in future or not in form or not getting playtime in the team. Then you replace them with a set of informed players who are having good and easy fixtures in the coming game weeks. There is a trick to get advantage of wildcard by using it very early of the game week. Exclude the players who are dropping in price and vice versa, include the players who are rising in price. Not necessarily the players you want in your team, but ones that rise in price in such a way that you can sell them with a profit if you want to. Same with the players who are in your team but getting drop in price, you can sell them before the price drop and again buy them in lower price. Please show your support by liking the video and you can share your view also in comments. Now let's have a look into my potential wildcard team and I will discuss few talking points from my list of watch team. If you want to know why they are my watch team, you can look into my Game Week 1 video and share your thoughts. Link given in description. The first match I will discuss is the last match of the Game Week 2, that is Man City versus Wolves, two of my watch teams. Man City has shown some prolific form in the pitch, although they were facing a tight Wolves defense. Scoring 3 goals and creating many more opportunities, the Man City attack is looking obvious in the upcoming game weeks. So I'll get 3 City players immediately for my team. Without Aguero, the striker position is secured for Jesus and he is straight getting into my team if I activate wildcard this week. Foden is a nice looking budget option to get my way into the Man City attack. He is very dangerous with the second loose balls and continuously joining attack time and time again, and of course De Bruyne is a no-brainer. The perfect FPL player, main attacker of the team with both goals and assists in his bag. Even he has a luxury of penalty. And the cherry on the top is he is listed as midfielder in FPL. Having both form and fixtures in his side, he can maybe an essential player to have in your team. Although Wolves allowed 3 goals, but they are quite attacking even as per their standard. That makes me very greedy to include 3 assets of them. Sainz is already in my team. Jimenez will definitely be a part of my team with the form he had shown in last 2 game weeks, and he is a real goal poacher. The chances created around him have also increased from last season, and that will bring more goals from him. Talking about assists, and Podence is becoming a very tempting option, and with the FPL price for him, I can easily get him for my team. For defense, Martinez is my goalkeeper pick, as I don't want to invest more than that in the goalkeeper position. He showed his class in first match at Aston Villa. I will go double up in Liverpool defense, as both their wingbacks are looking very attacking and they are very unlike to concede goals too. James with his secure place in the Chelsea defense and his sparkling form and involvement with the team also makes him an automatic choice for my team. For the 4 million slots, you can choose any goalkeeper you like. I choose Martin as he may get some game time if Fabianski is injured. And also I have kept faith in Ferguson as the secured RB once he returns from injury in the Palace defense, who have quite juicy fixtures in the upcoming game weeks. Then I have couple of options for the last 3 spots of my team. I can choose in between many formation. The first secure option is a traditional 4-4-2 with Salah into the midfield and 2 cheapest player in other 2 spots. I quite like Burke pick as he is playing forward position and getting game time for Sheffield United. And Anguissa from Fulham is also an option with Davies up front for my team. Another option is to go by the formation of 4-3-3. As you can see, with 2 very good options added in the team like Son and Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who do not need any introduction for them, and among the top 2 transfer players in this game week. Then I can keep Podence in bench as a very good sub and Burke in midfield. If you want, you can go to a more attacking option of formation 3-4-3 with the same team, giving race to either James or Sainz as per their opponent and form. Or you can downgrade Robertson to Lamptey, get more tempting option in midfield like Zaha or Barnes. Or even you can count on Grealish or Mount too. Another ambitious option is going with formation 3-5-2 with quite a heavy midfield like downgrading Dominic Calvert-Lewin to Davies and add Salah in the midfield. For my team, I am quite fond of the 3-4-3 formation, to be honest, but I am strongly considering the other options too. At some point, I have also thought of taking hits without using the wildcard, as I have not activated the wildcard early enough for this game week, and will judge the players at least after 4 game weeks. Normally, the hits I want to take is -4, even -8 if I am convinced by Podence. The transfer I will surely make will be Aubameyang to Kevin O'Brien and Egan to James, after receiving the injury update in pre-match press conference. Then I am looking to sell Martial too, but want to check one more match as both Martial and Jimenez have away fixture this game week. And finally, James Ward-Prowse or Bowen to Podence is very unpopular transfer I want to make as discussed previously. I will take the decision after the press conference as I am not much taking price change in count this season due to the unknown health circumstances. Till then, take care and goodbye from me. Please do like, comment, share the video and please subscribe the channel before leaving. More videos are planned and your involvement will be highly appreciated. Goodbye for now to all my fellow subs. Keep enjoying and see you in the next video.